Hi, today we're going to make DIY easy salt dough. Okay, super easy, something you can do with your kids during the summer. I learned how to do it to make Christmas ornaments, but you can use it for pretty much anything like that you would use Play-Doh for. Okay, so first we're going to go with the list of ingredients. List of ingredients today are going to be a half a cup of flour, 1/2 cup of salt, a 1/4 cup of water, cookie cutters of your choice, a baking tray and or aluminum foil. I would suggest putting the cutouts on top of a tray on top of foil. It will not stick to the tray necessarily, but if you just put the aluminum foil in, you'll get divots in your cookies because it is like regular cookie dough. Okay, so let's go ahead and mix it. I've already pre-measured. So here is a 1/2 cup of salt, a 1/2 cup of flour, and our water. Okay, so we're just gonna mix that in. You're gonna see it kind of will start to form a dough. And if you see it's a little too dry, you can always add a little bit more water. I think this one's going to be pretty good. But you don't want it too sticky. Okay. So I'm going to put some flour down. You want to flour your surface like you would with any regular cookie dough, so it will stick to your counter. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of it out, kind of mold it in my hands. You see it does turn into like a nice sticky dough. So, okay. And for the purpose of this one, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. You can go ahead and use it with your hands. This is something you can do with your kids. I've actually used these to do like handprint ornaments and paw print ornaments for dogs. Since if they do get it on, start to lick it at any point, it's not going to necessarily hurt them too bad. You don't want them to eat it because it's got too much salt. But okay, so go ahead and get your cookie cutter. I'm going to go ahead and make a gingerbread man. Put it in like you normally would. Peel the excess off. And there you have it. You have your little gingerbread man. Now, before you go ahead and put it in the oven, if you're going to be making them into ornaments or you do want to hang them at any point, I would go ahead and use a toothpick, make a hole, so that way you have something to hang from. Okay, now I'm actually going to get a spatula because it seems to be sticking a little bit, and that way there we go. All right. So then you would just put this on your baking pan. And bake at around 200 to 250 for 2 hours. You want to do it low and slow so that you can get it completely hardened. If you don't, then you're going to get a mushy inside and it'll eventually fall apart. Now once you've cooked it, they're going to look like this. You can see. So they do look like a cookie, resembles. Comes out pretty good. I actually did a star and a gingerbread to show you. And then once it's like this, you can sand it to get the edges. See, it's a little rough. You can sand the edges down to get it to be a little bit more even. If you like to leave it like that. I actually made them to look like gingerbread men to put on my Christmas tree, so I didn't mind it being rough. So, but if you want them to edge down, you can do that. Then you can go ahead and paint them with acrylics, like I did here. You do have to do a couple of coats in between. Make sure it dries pretty good before you try to do a second coat, because you will get like these little marks here from like my fingers. And then I just use puff paint to put on the face and the candy buttons. Now you can also use this dough as Play-Doh for the kids. You just add a little bit of food coloring in. It will stain their hands just a little bit if you put too much, so just make sure you put like a drop or two. You should be okay. You can also use it in molds. I actually have silicone molds like this one here, and this is what it came out to look like. You can see kind of the detail on there. And this one you can go ahead and paint as well. And once you paint it, I just would put a clear coat on it afterwards, so that way you can see. This is what it would look like if you want to actually make an ornament and seal it. Make sure you seal it after you paint it. If you don't, it is susceptible to water, and you can get it it'll get mushy if it does get wet. Now if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down below in the comments. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. I will be trying to put out a video every couple of days, at least 2 a week, if not more, of fun stuff you can do with your kids during the summer, as well as just easy DIYs, so that you can see how to do them and kind of get stuff done over the summer and while you're in quarantine right now. Okay, so if there's anything you'd like to see, just let me know. Again, put it down in the comments. If you like what you saw, click subscribe, and I will put out some more videos. Thanks.